The views expressed on the Jerry Cahill's CF podcast are that of Jerry Cahill and guests, and not necessarily those of the Boomer Esiason Foundation. Nothing on the Jerry Cahill's CF podcast should be considered medical advice. Such advice can only be given by a physician who is experienced with cystic fibrosis. The Boomer Esiason Foundation, Jerry Cahill and guests cannot be held responsible for any damage which may result from using the information on this podcast without the permission of your medical doctor. You're listening to the Jerry Cahill CF podcast presented by the Boomer Esiason Foundation and jerrycahill.com.
Welcome to Jerry Cahill's Living, Breathing, Succeeding podcast series. This show, Being Grateful, was made possible through an unrestricted educational grant from Chiesi to the Boomer Esiason Foundation. Today you will hear from people that have received a lung transplant and how receiving the gift of life has changed their lives forever.
Indescribable. My breath was unbelievable. I could breathe. It felt great. I can't explain it enough.
My life was with oxygen for 10 years, and all of a sudden, boom, I don't need oxygen.
It was like, I can breathe.
My first thought was immense gratitude, to be alive at all, to be breathing at all, and to have received the most humbling gift.
I honor my donor by living life to the fullest and just trying to be the best person that I can.
I honor my donor mostly by doing right by the ones that love me.
I think by keeping her memory alive and explaining to people how important organ donation is, it helps people be more aware of also registering to be a donor themselves.
Life is so delicate and it just snaps away. And if I didn't have that donor, I would snap away.
I try to make a difference within the cystic fibrosis community and empower them and show them that there's light at the end of the tunnel, or there's life after transplant, and they can live a full life. And it's for people even that do not have cystic fibrosis but had a transplant, that they are able to get out there and, hey, you get your transplant, but life goes on and you're never forgotten, and you can still make a difference, that you are a part of society and giving back.
I'm happy to be able to run. I'm happy to be able to just get out of bed, walk, eat, hang out with friends, work.
I wake up every morning and grateful that I'm still alive, that I'm here for my family, my daughters, my wife, and if I can ever contribute back, I will.
I'm grateful for every minute, every breath, every minute with my family, every minute with people I love.
I'm able to live a normal life. I wake up and there's nothing that's limiting me anymore.
I would be just, extremely grateful. I'd probably be speechless at first, and but just be able to show him what I've been doing with my life.
I don't even know what I would be able to say to my donor. There's just no words to express how grateful I am. I'd never thought that I would be 34 and still alive.
If my donor was here, I'd thank him, tell him I love him, tell him that I'll pray for him every day.
If my donor was here right now, I would tell him thank you. I would tell him he lives on in me.
I would just tell her that she changed my life. I went from being a sick person to being a healthy person, all because of her gift of life.